Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, GlamBySam. If you're new here, I'm so glad to have you here. Welcome, I hope you will enjoy my videos. And if you are already a subscriber, hi, welcome back. I am so happy to have you here again. So today's video is going to be my makeup collection, and I'm so excited to show you guys what products are in my makeup collection because I know a lot of people like to see these type of videos. And I personally like to see these type of videos as well. A little disclaimer, we're not trying to brag here in any way, shape or form. Just showing you my makeup collection. I know I don't have the biggest collection and I know I don't have the smallest collection, but I personally love collecting makeup and I love makeup so much. So that is what I'm showing you guys today. So with that said, if you want to see more of my life, you can follow me on Instagram. My username is @GlamBySam with 2 M's at the end and an X. Let's just get started with the video. I'm going to start with my basically like everyday makeup collection. The things that I use the most or just like to grab quickly. And I have this little display here which I got. This is just like an acrylic organizer, and then I have like a lipstick holder sort of thing on top. And there on the right is at the back I keep all my eyeshadow palettes that I use on a daily basis that I really like. So we're going to start with my foundations, which are actually not in here, but they are over here in just a little like glass container. So we're going to start with the foundation that I think I use the most, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in the shade 1.5 Linen. That's what it's called. I just really like this foundation. It's like good coverage, but it's not like too much, so that's why I really enjoy this one. This is like my second or third one of these, and I just really like them. So then I bought this foundation. This is by Milani, and this is in the shade 00 Light Natural. But it's still like, even though it's like one of the lightest colors, it's still a little bit dark on me. So in the summer this works kind of fine, but in the winter time it's like a bit too orange for me. I used to really like this foundation, and I think this is also like my second bottle of this. But now that I've like tried other foundations, I just think it's a bit too thick for my liking. And then also one in here, this is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation. It's almost full because this is just not my shade, and I'm going to get rid of this. And then the two concealers that I use are these two by Makeup Revolution. So these are the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealers. These are kind of like a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, I've heard people say. So I have one in C1 and C2 so that I can just like alternate. I use this also for like eyeshadow looks if I want to do like a crease or anything like that, because this is just like kind of light and it does work under my eyes. And then another foundation that I use on a daily basis is this one by Chanel. This is the Chanel Le Beige Tinted Moisturizer. This is, I think, my absolute foundation of all time. I prefer this over this one, but this one is way more expensive. So this is actually a tinted moisturizer, but it does like act like a foundation. It has pretty good coverage, so I do still like this, but it's just like a bit lighter than like a regular foundation. It's in the shade Medium Light. So I'm now going to show you the powders that I use like on a daily basis. This is by NYX. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. So this is a loose powder in the shade Light Medium. The color works pretty fine, but what I don't like about this is that I feel like it barely like mattifies. Whenever I put this on, I feel like my nose is still like shiny, and I need so much product of this in order to like keep my face matte. So this is definitely not my favorite powder. I really don't like it actually, but I'm using it up because I'm not just going to throw it away. So I am using this up, but I'm definitely not going to repurchase it. So if any of you guys has a good like drugstore alternative for this one. And then I have this one here from Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light, and this is a travel size. So this is basically like a powder. I do like this. This powder has like kind of like a little bit of a shine to it, which I don't mind. I actually think it's really pretty. But it definitely also can work as a highlight if you want more of like a sort of like glowy highlight instead of like too sparkly. So that is this one, but I know like the Hourglass powders are super expensive, like the full sizes. So I'm not going to buy a full size of this, but I actually got this for my birthday and I really do enjoy that. Then in the back here I have a day cream that I'm using. This is from a Dutch store called Kruidvat. If you're Dutch, you know what I mean. This is a super cheap like day cream, and I feel like it does the job for me. And then over here I have my Mario Badescu facial spray, which I barely use. I just like how it looks on display here. I got this for my birthday also. So now I'm going to show you guys my favorite blushes and bronzers. So I'm going to start with blushes. I have two right here that I use on a daily basis. The first one is this one from MAC. This is the MAC Mineralized Blush in the shade Warm Soul. And this is, I think, my absolute favorite blush. I really like the color of this. It really works well on my pale skin. It's not too pink, but it does give like a nice color. This is like my favorite thing ever. It's a bit more pricey than like drugstore blushes, but this is like my favorite blush ever. And the other one in here is this one from Tarte. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Harmony. This was in like a travel set from Tarte with like a blush, bronzer, and mascara, which you will see later. But that is this one. This is also really pretty. I use this when I want a little bit more color than this one because this is just a little bit more pink. These two are definitely my absolute favorite blushes ever. And then moving on to bronzers, I have two right here that I use. So the first one is this one from Tarte, which was in the same set as the blush. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer in the shade Park Ave Princess, which I think is like their most popular shade. This is just what it looks like. This is also a travel size. And then the most recent bronzer that I got is this one from Physicians Formula. I've heard so many people talk good things about it, so I decided to ask it for my birthday. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I believe this is just like their normal shade, but this is what it looks like. Overall, I really like the consistency of this bronzer. I've used this quite some time. It's kind of like a mix between a butter and the powder, which is really nice. As you can see, it just swatches very smoothly. The only like thing that I don't like about this is the smell. It smells really strong, and like whenever I wear this, I feel like people can smell it on my face, if that makes sense, you know? So I don't reach for this all that much, but it is in here because I want to try it out a little bit more and see if maybe like the scent goes away. And then another face product like bronzer category is this palette. So this is the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour palette in the shade Light Medium. So this is my absolute favorite contour kit ever. It's just like all powder contour. So this is what it looks like upside down. So you have 3 lighter shades right there, and then 3 contour slash bronzer shades, which I do really like. I usually just mix them together. I don't really prefer one over the other, but I've been using this a ton. It is a quite expensive product, but I do think it's definitely worth the price because the quality is just really good, and I love the colors. They're not too cool and not too warm toned for me. And then my recent face product addition is this. So this is the Becca BFFs palette by Chloe and Malika, and it's a really gorgeous face palette. Let me show you guys this. Look how pretty this is. So this comes with one bronzer, which actually works really well on my pale skin tone. 2 blushes. This one is a little bit more pigmented than this one. This is just a little bit more shiny. And then a very nice highlighter. So then in here I have one highlighter. This is also from MAC. Electric Wonder Iridescent Powder in the shade Serenity Seeker. So I do think this is supposed to be a blush, but I've been using it as a highlighter because I think it just looks really pretty. But you guys, look how pretty this looks. Just the packaging is so pretty. So then we're going to go on to my primers. I only have like 2 face primers and then 1 eye primer, which is like pretty bad, but like I don't find myself purchasing more primers, but this is the first one that I have. But this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. So this is a primer and moisturizer in one. So I usually use this underneath that L'Oreal foundation that I showed you. This is just a pretty nice primer. And then I have this one from Benefit. This is the Professional Pearl Primer, which is actually, I think, one of my favorite. When you put this on, it just really like smooths out your skin. Then for eye primer, I have this one by Essence, which I find absolute crap, but I don't have another primer. This is the Essence I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. So now I think we're going to go on to lip products, but I'm going to start with these in here. So here I have my Kylie Cosmetics lip drawer, as you can see. So I have 4 liquid lipsticks from Kylie, and then I have 1 gloss. So these are the shades Cocoa Cake, Candy Cake, Queen, and Harmony, and then this gloss is in the shade Cupid. I used to really love like the Kylie liquid lipsticks, but like right now I'm kind of like not as much into them as I used to be. These 2 are matte, and then these 2 are velvet ones, so these are a little bit more comfortable on the lips. But I do really like this color Harmony. It's so pretty. And then to go along with these Kylie lipsticks, I have 3 lip liners. So this is in the shade Queen. This is in the shade Candy K, and then this is in the shade Harmony. I don't have a liner for Coco K because it came as a single, but I feel like one of these will work for Coco K anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. And then same with lip liners, I have one more lip liner that I use a lot. This one is from Douglas. This one is really nice. It's in the shade Rosy Petal, I believe. This is what it looks like. I believe it was only around €5, so that's definitely a great price. I do really like this a lot. And then in my drawer right here, I have 2 lip balms, which are not that interesting. Then I have my mini MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy, which just look like this. Like, I think Velvet Teddy is like one of my absolute favorite MAC shades. And then these 2 right here, if I can get them out. So this one is in the shade Mare. As you can see, it's like pretty empty. I think I've used up like 3 of these lipsticks because Mare used to be like my absolute favorite go-to shade. I do really like it still. However, like right now, I feel like it is a little bit too cool toned for my liking. And then the other one I have in here is called Faux. As you can see, this isn't really used that much. I've had this since 2016, so this is 3 years old. So I am going to throw this out because I don't want to like risk anything. So now we have arrived at these products right here, which are the lip products that I use like the most. So this one right here is from Makeup Revolution. I really like this lipstick. I'm going to try to show it to you guys. It's a really pretty lip color. It is a bit more cool toned, as you can see, but it's like a kind of like a little bit more cool toned rosy color, which I think looks really nice. And this was only like €3. I know like Makeup Revolution is like so cheap. I don't use a lot of their products because a lot of their products contain parabens, which I don't want to use. But like these lipsticks don't, so that's why I got this one. And then this one right here is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Bitch Perfect. This is actually from my mom, but she doesn't really use it that much, so I've been kind of using it. So this is a nude color, kind of like a bit more warm undertoned than like the first one. So I like to wear this when I have a little bit like heavier eye looks. So then right here I have this one, and this is from Autograph. This is the collab that Rosie did for Autograph. So this is what it looks like. Just a really nice like rosy color. I'll swatch it for you guys too. So this is a little bit more pink than the Makeup Revolution one, but they're pretty similar. I do like them both. Then right over here I have another lipstick from MAC. This is in the shade Ladybug. It's this really pretty red. It's kind of like sheer. As you can see, I've swatched it. It doesn't really look that red. It's kind of like a mix between red and pink, I would say. I got this on lipstick day. You got like a free lipstick when you made a purchase at MAC. So I purchased that mini like Velvet Teddy lipstick, and then I got this one for free, which I think was really nice. Right over here I have this one, which is from Milani. So this is the Milani matte lipstick in the shade Dreamy, and this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a darker red lipstick. Really gorgeous. I've worn this quite a lot. As you can see, it's more like of a burgundy red. These ones from Essence. I hope you can see it. So this is the first one, which is in the shade 01 Freaky, and this is just a really nice like nude lipstick. As you can see, it's the top one. It's really pretty, and I do like that a lot. The only thing I don't like about the Essence lipsticks is the smell. They kind of like have sort of like a chemical cherry smell, which I really don't like. But I feel like it does go away after a while, so that's fine. And then the other one is this one, which is a little bit more red. This is in the shade 02 Happy. And that just looks like that. So that is like the top one. So then I have 2 of these NYX soft matte lip creams. One is in the shade San Francisco, and then the other one is Stockholm. So then we're almost done with my everyday makeup collection, but right here I have my Dior lip maximizer. This is really nice. I haven't really tried to see if this really like maximizes my lips, but when I wore this kind of like as a gloss, it didn't have that much of a weird feeling on my lips as other lip plumpers can have, especially like this one right here from NYX. This is the NYX Filler Instinct. I got this because the color is actually really pretty and it has like nice sparkles in there, but I really don't like how this wears on the lips. And then like I have a regular gloss right here from Essence, which is the Essence Shine Wet Look Lip Gloss, which is pretty okay. It is a little bit sticky and I don't like the smell. In the back right here is the most fun thing of my makeup collection in my opinion. These are my most used eyeshadow palettes. So I am going to show you guys which ones I have right here. So this is the first one that I have. This is the one by Beauty Bay, and this is the Identity Palette 42 color palette. And then this is what this palette looks like. I do really like this. So this has like pretty much all the colors that you can need, but most of these are warm toned. I haven't been that much into warm toned eyeshadow looks, so that's why I haven't used this like that much. I do really like this transition shade right there. I use that a lot, and then this one right here. And these are really cheap. I believe they're only like around 30 euros for this big of a palette, so that's really nice. So this is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. This is the recent Urban Decay palette that I got. So this palette, I will show you guys, is just so my thing. So these are all like pink mauve toned eyeshadows, which are just so up my alley. I really like these type of shades. I think they're so gorgeous. I have used this palette like on a daily basis, and now I would say I reach for it at least like a couple times a week. Then right over here, my current favorite palette. This is the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. This is from last holiday, not the one from this year. For fall and winter time, this palette is so pretty, so stunning. The shades are a bit warm toned, but for this palette, I don't really mind it that much. Just can't say much more about that. It's like my absolute favorite palette right now, so that is that one. Not too long ago, I purchased the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. I've been wanting this for quite a long time, so I was like, I'm just going to pick this up, because when you see the inside, you understand. Look how pretty this is. So this definitely, I think, the prettiest palette that I own. It's also the most expensive palette that I own, but I do think it's worth the price because I recently did a first impressions review on this. I will link it below, but the quality is just so amazing, and I do really love the color scheme, and especially these shimmers right here are so gorgeous. So that is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. And then the last one that is in here is the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom, because I actually ordered this not too long ago. I think I received this last week. It's still in the box. I haven't used this yet. I'm probably going to use it tomorrow because I'm really excited to try this out. But this was on sale at Tarte, and they also have free worldwide shipping when this was on sale, so I knew I just had to purchase it because I've heard so many good things about this. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm covering the mirror because my room is a bit messy, but they are all super gorgeous, like more neutral shade. And I feel like this is the perfect everyday palette where you don't want to go all out with like pinks and stuff, but you kind of want to keep it a little bit more neutral, and I literally cannot wait to try this out. I'm so excited. So now we're done with my everyday makeup collection, which is the biggest part of my makeup. We're going to move on to these two drawers right here, because I also keep makeup in these two drawers. So I'm going to show you guys what is in here. These are products that I do like, but I don't use that often, so that's why they are in here. But I know like when I want to use them, I can reach for them in here. So here is my drawer. This drawer has lipsticks, like shimmery things, eyebrow stuff, highlighting stuff, and then bronzers and blushes that I don't use on a daily basis. So we are going to start with the products here in the back. So we're going to start with this lipstick right here. This is from Urban Decay. This is the Vice lipstick in the shade Hideaway. I purchased this when I wanted to try something a little bit different than the MAC Mare one, and this was kind of like an impulse buy, so I didn't really do research on this shade. But I feel like this shade is way too cool toned for me. I'm going to try to show it to you guys, but as you can see, the undertone is just a little bit too purple for my liking. I do like the formula of the Urban Decay lipsticks though. So then we have this one. This is by MAC in the shade Diva. So this is just a super dark red that's like good for holidays and stuff. Then I have this one from MAC, and this I got so long ago. This was my first ever lipstick. So this is the MAC lipstick in the shade Sunny Soul. And this is what it looks like. I'm not going to swatch it because it is expired, but I just like can't get rid of it because of like the sentimental value. But I should probably throw this out because it's like, I think 4 years old. So that's that one. Then here I have this one from Soap and Glory. But this is what it looks like. So then I have another soft matte lip cream from NYX, and I saw the packaging and thought this looks so pretty, and I didn't swatch it. But when I actually swatched it, I saw that it was way too bright for my liking. So this is in the shade Milan. So it is the top one right there. As you can see, it's just a really bright pink. I don't really reach for this. Then I have another liquid lipstick from Milani. This is in the shade Loved number 12. And then I have one more lipstick right here from Essence. This is the Instacare lipstick, which is a red lipstick. You can twist it like that, and it's kind of like a mix between a lip balm and the lipstick. It's like a little bit more sheer, but it is a really pretty red shade. So then moving on to this side of the drawer, I'm going to start with my eyebrow products. So this one is by e.l.f. This is a little brow set that is in the shade Light. So I bought this when I went traveling and I needed like a compact brow thing to pack. And I did really like this. I do think the color is still a little bit dark for my brows, but I do really like this product. And then I totally forgot about this in my everyday makeup section, but this is what I use on an everyday. This is the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder in the shade Blonde, I believe. Yeah, that is what it looks like. So here is what it looks like. It comes with 2 powders and then a wax. I never use the wax, but these 2 powders work really nice for my eyebrows. Then another favorite of mine, this is the Benefit Ka-Brow Eyebrow Pomade. It's really nice. It takes a little bit more time than a powder, so that's why I don't reach for this like as much anymore, but I do still really like this occasionally. And then here I have my brow setting gel from Benefit. This is the 24-hour brow setter, which is a really nice brow gel. I do like this a lot. And then I have 2 more eyebrow products from NYX. These are 2 eyebrow pencils. So then that was all for the brow products. Now we're going to move on to highlighting powders. This is from Nip and Fab. And so this is actually the first Nip and Fab product that I own, and I saw this at TK Maxx and I did want to try it out. So these highlighters are really pretty. I usually go for this shade right there, which I'll show you. Looks like that. So that is pretty, and then the pink one over here is also pretty. So I usually go for either of those. They are really nice, but for now I am using the one in my backup palettes, so that is why this is in here and not in my everyday stash. Then also from TK Maxx is this palette from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. I bought this, and you know, at TK Maxx you cannot swatch anything. So I bought this, but I don't really like it. I don't find myself using this, but I am keeping it because I don't want to just have wasted my money, you know. So then this little palette from Essence right here is really nice. This is the Essence Light Up Your Face Luminizer palette. This is pretty old. I don't know if they still make this anymore. I haven't used this anymore basically because it is kind of old. And then this one I also picked up from TK Maxx. This was only €1, so I just was like, I'm going to try it out. And this is the e.l.f. Holographic Highlighting Stick in the shade Cosmic. So I'll swatch it. It's over there. It's a really like cool shade. It's kind of like a purple undertone. And then last in my highlighting drawer, I have this shimmer brick from Bobbi Brown, which I got for my mom. So now we're going to go on with this side. Here I have 2 more bronzers and 2 blushes that I want to show you guys because I really like them. So this is from Too Faced. I think we all know this one. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil one. So this is what it looks like. I don't really use this anymore. There you have my camera. But I do want to keep this for like kind of like a memory, and I do really like the packaging. I think it looks really nice. So then right here, this one is actually from last summer. My mom purchased this, but she didn't end up really liking it. So that's why I got it. This is the Benefit Hoola Light one. So this is just like a box bronzer. And this is what it looks like. It comes with like a little brush right there, which I actually think is pretty nice. And then this is like the bronzer shade itself. I don't use the like normal Hoola because also that has parabens in there, and I just try to avoid them as much as I can. But this one doesn't, and I actually think this looks pretty nice. And then I have 2 more blushes in here. This one is from Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Diffused Heat. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's pretty bright. It's a little bit more brighter than I thought, so that's why I don't reach for this as much as my MAC and Tarte blush. Oh no, second last. See, I have this blush from Essence, which is really nice, but like the cap broke off, so I don't really reach for this as much anymore. And then my most luxurious like blush, I would say, is this one by Chanel. It is in this little like a velvet packaging. This is what it looks like. So there is a little brush and then the actual blush. This is really pretty, this blush. Let me swatch it. It's kind of like pink with like a gold like shimmer in there, and it's so gorgeous. So now we have arrived in the back of my drawer again, and these are my sort of like sparkly things. So the first thing I have in here is this liquid eyeshadow from NYX. Then I have my NYX Foil Play pigment in the shade Booming. So that is that one. And then I also have this one. It's a little bit more reddish. This is in the shade Red Armor. Then I have my e.l.f. Really like this. I picked that up from TK Maxx. And then I ordered this at Beauty Bay. This is like a glitter glue, but then it says you cannot use it on the eyes. So that's kind of like a bummer. I don't want to use this on my eyes just in case. So I don't recommend this. This I picked up from TK Maxx not too long ago. These are the Stila Oh My Stars liquid eyeshadows. So I swatched my favorite one. This is what it looks like. Whenever I wear this, I get so many compliments on it. So this is my last drawer of makeup, and right over here I keep my eyeshadow palettes that I do like but I don't reach for on a daily basis because they're either like not really my favorite formula or the colors are just not really my thing. So I am going to show you guys. This one I do really like, but this is in here because I use this when I travel. This is from Douglas. They have this for Christmas 2019, so you can still get this at Douglas. So then right here, my oldest eyeshadow palette ever. This is the Naked Urban Decay Basic. This was the first eyeshadow palette that I actually got. I got this for my birthday many years ago. As you can see, I've used this quite a lot. I don't use this anymore because it is so old, but I just keep this as a memory because it was my first eyeshadow palette ever. I think it's just a nice memory. Then here on the left I have two more palettes, one from Too Faced and one from Urban Decay. So this is the one from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced White Chocolate Bar palette. I purchased this at TK Maxx for 16 euros I believe, which is a great price. I just couldn't leave it there for that price. So this is what it looks like. I do find that these colors are a bit light on me. I feel like they don't really show up as much as I want them to. Here at the bottom is my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I got this last year, and this is just a all like warm toned palette. I really wanted to get this when I saw that it like came out, and then I bought it at the airport in London at a discount. But like right now I'm just not really into warm shades, so I might get into warm shades again because they are pretty. Like for instance this one, like it is a really pretty like shade. And then right here is the Norvina palette. This is by Anastasia. So now I will quickly show you guys this because it's not that interesting. I just keep some liners here. This one is nice. It's from Essence. It's the Essence Super Last eyeliner in deep black. I have this one from Pretty Vulgar, which looks really fancy. It's kind of like a pen, as you can see. So the tip is not my favorite though. I have a little like black eye pencil from Clinique that I don't really use that often. And then I have this white liner from NYX, which is really nice for creative looks, but I don't use it that much either. And then I have like 4 of these jumbo eye pencils. So then here on the right is basically my backup section of makeup, that for when I run out of something or I want to try something else, I can take something from here. Okay guys, and this was it for my makeup collection video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and liked watching this makeup collection. If you want to see more of these type of videos, you can always leave a comment telling me what kind of videos you want to see. And again, you can follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of my life. So I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!